of relics. So
Yeah.
we have Fire here in the... Now, no one can use a rehost for Game 3, regardless of the maps. They both used a rehost on Game 3, so this game is going to be played out, barring there is a bugged map. We have Fire here in the blue, playing as the Celts. We have MBL playing as the Celts here in the pink. And we'll start with MBL's map. And at first glance, I actually think it's incredible. Check this out. He has his main gold in the back. He has another gold. Oh, look, another gold. And whoa, wow, one more. So he has like 4 golds. You can actually see them all on your screen at once, which is something you don't see all the time. Apart from that, I'm looking at his stones. He has a main stone there, and that's in a good location. Do you have any other stones? No, he has the one to the right of his walls. But that's a good map for MBL. I guess the only bad thing is his deer is going to be hard to lure. For Fire, he has a main gold. I actually think that's an okay position because it's to the right-hand side, close to the walls. He has stone in the back and stone on the left. And I think he has, yes, a little bit of gold in the back as well. Okay maps for both players. MBL has a better gold situation. One thing for Fire I do like... The one thing for Fire I like is the relics, though. He has 2 relics in his base, pretty much free, while MBL has... Well, there's 2 in the middle I think both players are closer to, or just as close to, if you keep in mind where the gates are. And then MBL has 1 on the left, next to his base. But
if MBL finds those golds to the south of his base, he's going to go, okay, yeah. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. Where Fire, he's going to be in trouble, man.
Yeah, it's... Oh, I didn't actually see the one for Fire on the right. Can he see that with the... Yeah, he can actually see it with his gate. So Fire knows already that he has... That he has two golds. Now, the one with Fire on the right... The reason I say I think that's a good position for him is because players normally attack each other if they do go aggressive in the Castle Age on the front. You're not going to see MBL come forward with a Siege Workshop and attack on the right-hand side. And he's not going to see that gold with his Scout. So, I doubt that gold's going to be an issue. I had a discussion with Milmano about that on Doobly Official once, and he thought I was going to be wrong, but I was right.
I mean, MBL has deleted his 2-stone palisade to go lure his deer, so he's going to go past Castle.
Yeah, well, they're both going to
No
go...
doubt about it.
They're both going to go for that type of strat, but I do like the trying to lure the deer.
Okay,
Fire's
Fire's
deer.
doing exactly the same thing.
Yep. Now,
Man,
Fire...
close, man.
Yeah, Fire has his deer a little bit easier to lure, which is good for him. And
but don't you think that wouldn't it be nice if he would just milled those berries? Like those 8 deer there.
It's funny you say that because I don't know if anyone remembers. I didn't actually stream the games. It was Stark and Viper 140, but Stark chose to do a similar thing, and he built a mill on berries, and there was like 7 deer out there. And Viper drushed him on arena. He drushed him, and he killed a villager because Stark didn't get loom. So he killed a villager, and then he like lamed the deer. And I think he went out and got the deer himself. So if players see that type of thing happen, they might just drush off their fast castle. So I don't know how MBL is going to do with these deer because of this wood line here and the straggler tree. Sometimes they run into those things and they run back. So that still could be a bad situation for him with those deer.
I suppose that's why he's doing what he's doing. I mean,
But he is getting 1, I think, which is good, yeah. Now, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to see. From what I've seen from these players, I think we're going to see MBL probably go straight into like a turtling up boom situation where he immediately goes up to the extra TCs. And Fire, I would guess, do the same, but I have seen Fire do some really interesting things playing as Celts. I've seen Fire go aggressive with Siege Workshops and do like a Knight and a Monk, and he did that versus Juan and it worked. It's interesting.
Nah, it's not a good thing to do versus MBL. I mean,
I agree. Yeah, MBL was actually casting that. He was casting that with me, and he said, these are his words. He said, I hope I play one of these players. That's actually what he said. because it's MBL, you know. And so now he's playing one of these players, and we'll see. But I didn't understand the decision either to do that. You have to pretty much get a good boom as Celts because it's so easy to do.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that MBL is going to win this like 2-1, and I think then Fire will come back 2-2.
Yeah, I predicted that. I mean, it was just a guess. I said if this was going... I mean, based off what I've seen thus far, I think this is going to go to 7 games. But in the very beginning, to not lie, I said that I thought MBL would win 4-2. But I'm probably wrong on that. Based off the games we've seen thus far, it has been incredible. I think we're going to see this go to 7 games. And I'd like to see it go to 7 games based off the fact that Game 7, I believe, is team random. So it's pretty much a fair fight. But both players, if you do see, MBL has gone up on 1 extra villager on 26, so he likes to do that. Fire's gone up here on 25, and he's going with a barracks, so he's probably going to go for a stable. Remember I talked about the knights coming out, so he's going for the stable, maybe for a scout to go for the relics, or I'm not sure. Meanwhile, MBL, he has not done that as far as what I can see.
I don't think MBL is worried about the relics, to be honest.
Yeah.
You see, that could be his downfall. I mean, Fire, you know, no one can write off a Tyrant player, can they? You know, but he's MBL's going to go up. But Fire's so close as well. So, who's clicked up first?
Yeah, MBL is... He's gone with an extra villager just so he could have a better eco. I'm a bit confused as to why he actually went with 4 on gold right off the bat.
MBL's
because
a bit,
but he should be okay, I think.
Interesting that Fire's gone with the stable, and he's gone with a blacksmith. Where's his blacksmith?
So Fire has not yet gone with... Yeah, the blacksmith is blending in there. That happens. But yeah, he's probably going to go with the knight. Yeah.
25% up, you know.
I think... If I were to guess here, I think Fire's not going to go straight up to 2 TCs. I think he's going to go for a monastery, and he's going to go for a knight, and potentially see a siege workshop. I don't think he's just going to go straight into a boom like MBL did. Or does, sorry. All the time. Oh, the scouts are actually fighting right now in the bottom left corner here. If I had to guess, I think MBL's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna lose that one. Yep. So that's 3 times now MBL has lost those scout fights.
He has, hasn't he? Damn. I think he's just, you know, he's just gonna go for the boot. Fire, well, it depends depends if he's gonna go for it or he's gonna go for the boom himself. I mean, who knows? We don't know what these guys think. But Cal players, you know, this is gonna be a really good GG again.
Yeah. Okay, so Fire, what's he doing now? He is going for the monastery. Sorry, not the university.
Yeah, monastery, yeah.
And he's going for a town center on the stone. He has a little bit of wood there as well. And apart from that, nothing just yet.
I bet you any money, MBL will build 2 TCs straight away, and they will boom, boom, right there.
Yep, exactly, and I'm not surprised. That's what he...
He's got the cow build order to a T. He's gonna be really hard to beat.
I wonder if he's going to... Because you see this 400 gold he has floating right now. I wonder if he's going to use the market. I wonder if he's going to use the market again, because we saw it last time. He bought like 100 wood. Yeah, and he bought food too. So I'm wondering if that was all part of his plan here. I wonder if he's going to do that again.
He will buy food to keep the 3 TCs producing villagers.
Yeah, I think he's going to do that.
Guarantee it. I will guarantee it.
Well, you don't have to.
TC.
He already did. He bought food and wood, so we were both kind of right there. Yeah, and I think he might buy actually to he already bought the wood. I think he's trying to get the monastery and maybe another TC up. But I like Fire's approach, honestly. We've seen this many times. He's just delaying the TC, and he's doing it without buying resources. I do like that approach. But
yeah, he's gonna fall. Well, no, I'm not a Illuminati. What's his name? No,
what? Illuminati? What?
Yeah, so like I'm seeing into the future.
Oh yeah, no, you're not. Yeah.
But yeah, and I think MBL will do another TC very, very shortly. And his boom is, you know, it's very, very hard to beat. And where Fire is on 1, 2, 3 TCs, maybe he go 4 very, very soon. But I think he's behind.
Well,
what do you think,
Fire,
Richard?
it's so difficult to say because there's only 4 vills in it, and we saw last game that Fire actually clicked up first, and he had a greater eco at that time. So it's all down to fights and how you choose to take the fights. Fire right now, I mean, if you compare the relics, MBL's getting 1, he doesn't have it yet. Fire has 3, so I mean he has 1 more. It's in his base as well. He's going to get for free. So I mean he's going to have the extra relics, which means less villagers potentially on gold for him, and he's going to go up, I think, to another TC soon as well if he chooses to. Now, Celts do have a good eco. You do often see that because they want to get those researches in. You want to be able to get the Siege Ram, the Elite Woad Raider in quite early. But right now, MBL, there's 2 vills in it, and I can't say it's an awful lot. It's all down to just how they get it. Because, I mean, Fire's getting his TC up now as well.
But I would also say...
Oh, look what Fire's doing! We saw this from... We saw Juan do this against Fire, I believe, if I'm getting my games correct. Look at we'll go to Fire's point of view, and then look at the stone to the right of MBL's base. There's walls going up from Fire. He's sending a Vill out to lame that. He's gonna lame the stone. He's gonna wall up the stone. You see what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna lame it.
I see the monk.
Yeah, you want to go to Fire's point of view, and then you'll see he's going to put the walls down there. But that's actually an interesting move. I mean, of course, that Vill's idled a little bit. We did see Juan do that against Fire. And like I said, I could be getting my games wrong, but I watched so many of them. It didn't work out for whoever did that. It could have been up against MBL as well, actually. Oh, gosh, I wish I could remember all the different games, but I just don't. Regardless...
But is that going to make a difference?
Well, the thing is, you're going to want to get a castle out. There's 350 stone in each pile you have here, so 350 times 5. And around the time you're on your way up to the Imperial Age, you're probably going to be wanting to secure the second stone. It was Stark versus MBL. Thank you, Nimino. So Stark tried that, and MBL was able to beat him. So he won't be able to get that stone. And as we know, MBL won that series 4-0.
Well, games are different,
Yep.
The thing is, I mean, look at MBL's boom, man. Jesus Christ. That's unbelievable. Look at his TCs. Look at his
well, he's really fortunate with these golds. He's really fortunate with his golds, to be honest. He has, like I said, those golds all in the back. But yeah, he's 5 vills ahead right now. Oh, he made a Maganel and he picked off the villager. Look at that. He's gonna stop this. I mean, he can delete his walls to get the stone at some point, but that's interesting. I'd not expect him to make a Maganel just to stop that.
I know you were saying about gold, but look at Fire's gold. He's got 1 in the.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, it's very even. I mean, there's just a couple vills in it. I don't understand Fire's decision to send 2 vills out here to do this at all. It's a lot of idle time. And
yeah, not to build houses. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and building those stone walls is an investment. Also, it's idle time. But MBL's clicked up, almost level on vills. Fire, meanwhile, actually has a lot on gold and hasn't clicked up yet. So what's MBL's play? Because he seems to have an advantage with his uptime. And we know he's a fantastic Celt player. He's going to put a castle up. And I think this is a good castle. So sometimes we see castles put in offensive positions and it gets taken down. So I like that castle. And I think MBL with his map will be prone to just kind of still turtle up and boom a little bit and get some researches in. Because even 95 villagers is not enough to get all the big researches for Celts and get a lot of military units out. You want to have a little bit more than that to get those upgrades. He is getting scale mail armor, so he is going to be going for loads, I believe. And looks like Fire sent out his own Mangonel to try and stop MBL from taking down this wall, which is funny. We'll see how significant these stone walls are right here.
But
Two
no
castles.
No matter what, we're in for a nice game.
Yeah, I have to agree. There are two castles going up.
It's gonna be a nice game, man.
Basically a kill there from Fire, getting the conversion inside MBL's walls. And so MBL's going with loads. He'll probably go with loads and trebs, and he won't have really the resources to go into the rams right away. So loads, trebs, rams is kind of a late game option. I think Fire's definitely behind here with the military for sure. I mean, does he even have a castle yet? Oh, sorry guys. He's going to his second castle. He does have a lot more load raiders though, at least to my eye. MBL of course could be producing a little bit more. I think he's going immediately for trebs. No, he's actually not. He's getting conscription. He's making load raiders. So, to me, that could be a mistake.
Oh, he will. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Well, the thing is if you look at the castles from Fire, if he was making trebs, he could already have those trebs walking out to fire upon those castles. But maybe he knows that there could already be load raiders from Fire, and he doesn't want to lose his trebs. But it is going to be interesting now, as both players are going to be in the Imperial Age. MBL is getting elite load raider. And
I think he'd go Organer as well. Not Organer. The Mangonel upgrade.
Onager, yeah. But I don't know. Onagers can be picked off so easily from elite load raiders, so they don't really do that much. It's so and also that's food and gold you put into that upgrade. So it's just better to go with loads and like rams. Oh, but a couple conversions might come in there. Yeah, 2 conversions, 3 conversions. Yeah. And this is a bad fight, in my opinion, for MBL to take. He might be trying to lure Fire towards his new castle.
But now MBL's got 3 castles up right now.
He's got 3 castles.
Yeah,
it's so important to keep your castles, yeah. If you lose your castles at this point in a Load Raider fight, when you've already gotten the upgrades, it's pretty much over for you. And MBL has more villagers, but look at the military numbers. He only has 16. He's taking some bad fights here. He is finally making some trebs.
He should go. Fire should go.
Well, Fire's actually he doesn't have enough to make some trebs. And he's making, both players are kind of making all their castles in the same spot. And Fire, has he made a treb yet? No, he has not. But Fire does have enough units here where if the trebs come out from MBL and they engage and Fire sees it, he could just engage at the base of the castle and take them all out, and that might be just worth it. I don't think this is gonna. I don't think this is gonna be a late game, to be honest. I think this is going to be over.
What the fuck is Fire putting a castle there for?
I think he wants all of his units to be able to spawn in the same spot, and MBL's putting one there, so everything's in the same spot.
He's just gonna treb that down.
Yep.
Surely.
I have to agree. I said that earlier on. Players sometimes put the castles too close, but they definitely want all of their buildings to spawn and be close together so they don't lose the fights. But look at the military numbers from both players. MBL now, he does have the same upgrades. Yeah, they're both getting iron casting. They're just upgrading and spawning. But the one thing Fire does not have is trebs. And
this is gonna be close, man. This is gonna be close.
MBL's going in just as he gets the castle up, which is probably a really wise move. And is he gonna wall? I would love to see him wall in front of... Yes!
Oh my god, look at that!
He's gonna wall in front of his trebs. That's an amazing move. I love that. That's an amazing move. He can continue to do that as well. He can continue if he needs to. So, as long as the gate doesn't open here, that would be really... Oh, the gate's open. But still, I think it could be a good fight for MBL. He has to repair his castle. How do you call it? It's just about reproducing your military units. Castle's down, but the trebs from MBL are exposed. I think Fire actually has so many World Raiders here.
He does.
MBL's gonna lose his castle, and he has 5 Trebs there. Maybe. Oh, how do you call it? Why has he not packed his Trebs up? Because look at them going down here in a moment's time. He's gonna lose 2. He could lose 3. I think MBL is going to be able to rebound from this, but he's just lost 4 Trebs, and I don't know why he was stubborn. He was just attacking houses. Doesn't make any sense to me at all, but MBL has more military units.
Though. It is so even.
Keep in mind, MBL still doesn't have the stone on the right side, so I don't know where he's actually getting his stone from.
Is he buying it, or is he...
yeah, they both bought a ton of stone. 1,300 stone from MBL, 800 from Fire. Now, castle in the same spot from Fire. MBL sees it going up. Fire has the Treb advantage now. Fire's doing the right thing and packing up his Trebs, yeah.
Are they gonna go down? Oh my god, look at this fight!
Yeah, and MBL's lost a Treb. I think if MBL fights here, this is a mistake. He's only gotten 1 Treb. He could lose a lot of his army because of the castle fire.
Oh, shit.
But somehow MBL has actually done a fine job there. It's incredible. Is he going to get that Treb in the end as well? He has. Wow, the World Raiders are so strong. It's insane. How did he... How did he end up retreating with that? That's a ridiculous amount of numbers there, as he really is just lacking the siege.
You gotta go! Go, go, go! No, he's retreating.
Yeah, he needs Trebs, and this is the thing, we saw both players lose an awful lot of Trebs at this point, so they're probably hesitant to fight, and until they mass a critical number.
He's gonna take that castle down. He's gonna take that castle down.
Now, the question is Fire going to fight?
Even if Fire goes with his World Raiders, he's going to take that castle down.
Yep. It might be down to how much gold is left, and how many World Raiders are left, and how many resources you have left, because players are just losing units left and right, just trying to keep their castles up. And will MBL fight after this castle gets taken out? MBL has a lot more units.
Big engagement, coming up.
Yes, it is.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
It's down to the patrol, and that Treb's going down from Fire. He did not pack it up. I think MBL has slight advantage here. He has more units coming from behind. Fire has no more respawning. MBL can send his Trebs in. I think this is MBL's fight, as he has the Trebs come in on the other castle. That Treb's down from Fire, another one's down from Fire.
MBL's got it.
I think so as well. And if these if these castles go down,
if they take those castles, that's it. It's GG.
I have to agree. And MBL, there's the GG.
Oh my god!
What a game! That was.
Whoa!
You know,
intense.
It all happened in the same spot too. And once again, MBL gets his stone lamed, and somehow he still pulls it off. That was
I told you.
Incredible fight. Yeah.
What did I say? I said don't take on MBL when he's playing Celts.
Yeah, he did a great job. That was an incredible game, and I can't really say what Fire did wrong, honestly. I thought MBL potentially lost the game when he lost his Trebs there in that one fight. He lost 4 of them.
I was worried, yes. I totally agree with you. But I know MBL's played, like, that's one of his favourite civs, and he's really hard to beat.
Dave just actually said something here. Oh, interesting. There's no fletching. There's no fletching on the castles from Fire, and that is a really interesting thing to point out. So, you know, with no fletching on the castles, MBL is able to fight underneath these castles with a lot more success, and I did not think about that